in using vocabulary, so it's kind of a little bit like outside of the realm that all people are talking about, because it's like we are mostly talking about like teaching, because we do the demonstration, and then because we found that in as you know, when we come to teaching, when we talk about vocabulary is a foundation significant tool that people use to express themselves, right? Because if you don't have vocabulary as a base, so you cannot express anything. According to Wilkins, 1978, they talk about without vocabulary you cannot express anything. But if you have grammar, so you can express something. Without grammar, so you can just say something and then you know. But if you don't know vocabulary at all, so you cannot express anything. And when we come to the learner of the language, so basically, if you don't have any vocabulary, so you cannot even express, you cannot even understand the context of what you are reading or what you are studying as well. And Nation 2000 claimed that you must have at least 98% of vocabulary to understand the context when you read something. And in order to develop the second language knowledge, so increasing vocabulary, so it's important. And when you learn vocabulary, so one of the best methods that you can use is using game. Because using game is considered as the most effective tool. Because a game can be used to increase the student vocabulary, communicative skill, and learning performance. And game can make classroom more interesting, and therefore it helps students to feel more excited and more interested and motivated to learn. And when you talk about the game, one of the enjoyable games that can use to teach is using flashcard games. Okay, flashcard game can be used for various purposes, such as teaching sound, teaching new vocabulary, and also can teach the expressions. And the flashcard, according to research, they found that they discovered to be a powerful memory tool to enhance learners' education performance and also help them to develop vocabulary knowledge, such as the result they found that they include improving test scores and memorizing words faster, and they can strengthening speaking skills. And when we talk about in this century, 21st century, so teamwork skill is important because we need, the world is expanded, so we need to communicate with other people. So teamwork is needed, because when teamwork can help increase opportunity for learner to learn from the others. We don't have to learn from the teacher only. And the researcher, the class et al., they concluded that the learners have more collaboration after playing games. And when we talk about the problem here, because we found that one of the main problems that Thai students encounter is their vocabulary knowledge is low, the sufficient level of vocabulary size. And the student vocabulary found it to be low needed vocabulary size for effective communication, and then students are not able to listen, read, write effectively due to the lack of the vocabulary knowledge. And also the previous research, they found that the students have difficulty in communication because they're lacking linguistic knowledge. And also before we conduct the study, we have observed some of the study, and they found that the students have to learn new vocabulary, and they have difficulty in understand the material. And also the teacher, they assign a lot of work together, and they have when they communicate, sometimes they have a problem with the communication. So when we found the problem, so we want to develop a flashcard game to help the public student to broaden their knowledge and see the importance of the teamwork. And we try to address these 4 questions. Does the flashcard game help EFL students learn English vocabulary effectively? And does the flashcard game help EFL student teamwork? And what the learning experience is that the student gain after learning English vocabulary by using flashcard game, and how were the students satisfied with the flashcard game. And the participant of us is the 32nd year public health student enrolling in an English course in a public university. And we use 4 different instruments in this study. We use a flashcard game that we developed, and we use pretest post-test, questionnaire, and the interview. The flashcard game is an intervention that we apply during the experiment, and we use the pretest and post-test to investigate the learning vocabulary achievement. That's as you know, we use a pretest giving at the beginning of the course, and when we finish, so we give a post-test to the student. And for the questionnaire, the questionnaire to explore the experience of the teamwork, and we distributed the questionnaire at the end of the course. Then the questionnaire on the interaction, they verified by 2 experts, and the measurement consisted of 12 statements on Likert scale, and all statements were translated into Thai to ensure their understanding of the questionnaire. And the questionnaire we adapted from the Dembaka and Yossatorn 2019. And for the interview was conducted during the debrief section. And then the purpose of that, they just want to know the student experience and student satisfaction towards the game. And we talked briefly about the process. So we planned the lesson first, and then we extracted the vocabulary from the course book and the study that they studied. We conclude the 100 words that we concluded, and then before they start, we gave them the pretest at the beginning of the class, and then we inform them the objective of the class, and then we teach and we give the post-test afterwards, and then we conduct the interview afterwards as well. And the process is like this: we do pre-test, flashcard game, interview, questionnaire, and then we do the post-test. And when we talk about the discussion, the results show that the flashcard game is an effective tool to increase the student performance, and we're going to discuss each aspect. And when you look at the learning achievement, so the learning achievement from the post-test, the sample t-test said that the mean score of the post-test is higher than the pre-test, and it means that the student they achieved it. And for the teamwork, they rated the significant level, and the result is found significant, and they rate that it means that they have they improve their teamwork. And for the learning experience, I want just to say this a little bit, because when after we learned that, we interviewed the student, and the student they cited something that we transcribe all the interview, and then some of the students they said that I had fun with the game, it made the class not boring, and the game made the vocabulary easier to remember. And for the learning experience, every student gets to participate in the team. That as they stated, we help each other. It's good that everyone can participate in the game. And also that each student enhance the performance, the role of the user language. They said, like, we get to practice using vocabulary, and this indicated that the game helped students to memorize the vocabulary more effectively. And for the satisfaction, the student expressed that they satisfied the flashcard game after learning. Some students say that I really like this game. I'm happy. We cannot wait to play the game. The game is fun. And the satisfaction, they also said the students see the importance of the teamwork as well. They said everyone in the team helps each other. I like to play the game with my friends. And also the flashcard game made the student understand the technical term better. Like they said, it helps me to memorize vocabulary later. and it helps me understand vocabularies, and I can use these technical terms when I go to see doctors. And the process of the game is easy to follow. As I said, the game is very easy to play. Yes, and this is the conclusion. They said the game can be pleasant and motivating and help students learn more. Okay, if you have any questions, so you just ask me, and then I can explain further. Just a little bit for that.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you, Ajahn Yossiri. I'm afraid that the time is up. No time for question.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move to the next presentation.